left, get ready to explore. Chucky's deep dive kicks down the door, where the truth collides and wisdom thrives. No surface living, we're going live. In the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chucky's deep dive.
Welcome to another deep dive with Chucky's Corner. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm hitting a ceiling financially. But Chucky's Corner says the Bible actually has some advice for that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, are you ready to discover some hidden millionaire secrets in the Bible?
I'm always ready for that.
Okay, cool. So Chucky says it all starts with our mindset. You know, like Proverbs 23.7 says, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he."
Yeah. It's about the power of our thoughts to shape our reality.
Okay, so if we believe in like abundance and God wants us to be successful, it can actually like attract opportunities.
It's about aligning those thoughts with, God's will. It's not just about wanting wealth. It's about recognizing God's provision.
So it's not just like wishful thinking. Like the Bible talks about that, right?
It does. 2 Corinthians 9.8, for example, talks about God blessing us so we can be generous to others.
Oh, like having more than enough to share, to make a positive impact on, other people.
Exactly. It shifts us from a scarcity mindset to, an abundance mindset.
Makes sense. Like, there's research about giving that shows it makes people happier.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing how these ancient principles line up with what we're learning today.
Okay, so mindset's key.
Oh.
But Chucky also talks about this thing called stewardship, which sounds kind of old-fashioned. Like, how does that apply to, like, modern money stuff?
Well, stewardship means everything we have is actually a gift from God, right?
Right.
And we're just managing it. So it's like financial literacy, responsible investing, stuff like that.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But how do we actually, like, put that into practice? Money can be so overwhelming.
You know the parable of the talents in Matthew?
Remind me.
So a master gives his servants money. The ones who invest it well get rewarded.
Oh, yeah.
And the one who, buries his talent out of fear gets in trouble.
So it's like investing. Don't be afraid to, try to grow what we have.
Exactly. And Luke 16.10 says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much.
That's deep.
It's about being faithful with what we have now. Like, think about your own money. Are you being careful with it?
That's a good question. I wasn't always good with money, but then I started tracking my spending, and it helped a lot.
Even small changes can make a big difference.
Okay, so mindset and stewardship. Now, Chucky brings up giving, which is kind of confusing.
How so?
Well, most people think giving means having less money, but Chucky's saying the Bible says that's not how it works.
You've got to change how you think about giving. The Bible actually says it's a way to get more abundance.
Really?
Yeah. Malachi 3.c says if we give to God, He'll pour out blessings.
Pour out blessings. Wow. What does tithing mean exactly?
Traditionally, it means giving 10% of your income to God, but it's really about recognizing that everything comes from Him.
So it's not just about the money, but about, the heart behind it.
Yeah, it's about trust. Luke 6.38 also says, give, and it will be given to you, a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over.
That sounds like a lot.
Right. And it applies to more than just money. It could be your time or your skills. Proverbs 11.25 says, a generous person will prosper.
So it's about being generous with everything, not just money.
Exactly. It can create a, ripple effect of positivity. What act of generosity will you do today? It's something to think about as we keep exploring these millionaire secrets. Welcome back to our deep dive, into Chucky's Corner.
It's really interesting how these old ideas about money from the Bible still make sense today.
Totally. Yeah, they're timeless,
Yeah.
Like real wisdom, not just some fad.
Exactly. So how does Chucky connect this to actually building wealth?
Well, he talks about this idea of sowing and reaping.
Like planting seeds and harvesting crops.
Exactly. It's a metaphor, but for money, Galatians 6.7 says, a man reaps what he sows.
So if we're kind and work hard, we'll be financially successful. But how?
Think of it like this. Every financial decision is like planting a seed.
Huh.
Like investing in your education or starting a business. Those are good seeds.
I get it. But Chucky also says to avoid get-rich-quick schemes.
Yeah, he's all about building wealth, honestly. Proverbs 13.1 says, wealth gained hastily will dwindle.
So no shortcuts. basically slow and steady wins the race, right?
Exactly, like Warren Buffett. He's a great example of that long-term thinking.
Oh, yeah. He's super successful.
And Chuckie also talks about getting good advice. Proverbs 15.22 says plans fail for lack of counsel.
Like talking to a financial advisor or someone who knows about money.
Yeah, it's about learning from others and keeping up with changes in the financial world.
That makes sense with all the new technology for investing these days.
Right, but it also means we have to keep learning about money.
True. So building wealth can be hard. What does Chuckie say about setbacks?
James 1.24 says to be joyful in trials.
Joyful during tough times.
Because they make us stronger.
Okay, I see. It's about learning from mistakes and not giving up.
Yeah, like a lot of successful people failed at first, but they kept going.
So it's not just about money, but about becoming a better person.
Exactly. Chuckie also talks a lot about gratitude.
Being thankful for what we have.
Yes. It helps us focus on the good things and be content.
Contentment. Doesn't that mean settling?
Not really. It means finding peace in the present while still working towards goals.
Like enjoying the journey.
Exactly. And when we're grateful, we're more likely to be generous.
True. It's like a cycle.
Yeah. Generosity and gratitude lead to a truly rich life, not just financially.
So we've talked about a lot of big ideas.
Yeah.
What about practical money tips?
Chuckie stresses self-control and delaying gratification.
Like resisting that urge to buy everything we see.
Exactly. He asked us to be mindful of our spending. Do we really need this?
Good question. And he also says to think about the opportunity cost.
Right. Every dollar we spend is a dollar we could be saving.
That's a good way to look at it.
And that brings us to the importance of saving.
Okay, let's hear it. Okay, so last time we were talking about saving, like where do we even start?
Well, Chuckie actually gives some pretty practical advice for that. He talks about setting financial goals.
Like deciding what we're saving for.
Yeah, a new house, retirement, whatever is important to you. It helps you stay focused.
That makes sense. But sometimes it feels like there's just not enough money to save.
Chuckie talks about that too. He says to create a budget.
Ugh. Budgets. They sound so restrictive.
I know, right? But think of it like a plan, not a punishment. It helps you see where your money is going.
So we can track our spending and see where we can cut back.
Exactly. Like maybe you're spending way more on takeout than you realized.
Ooh, yeah. Guilty as charged.
Oh.
So once we have some money saved, what then?
Chuckie talks about being a good steward of those savings, right? So he encourages us to learn about investing.
But investing can be so intimidating.
There are so many options, yeah. But it's about making your money grow. Chuckie says it's like planting a seed that bears fruit.
So we can use our savings to create more wealth.
Exactly. And the Bible has advice for this too. Like Proverbs 21.5 says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance.
So it's about being thoughtful and planning ahead.
Right. And remember, seeking wise counsel is important. Don't be afraid to ask for help from a financial advisor or someone you trust.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about debt? Like, a lot of people struggle with that.
Chuckie definitely addresses that. He talks about getting out of debt as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Proverbs 22.7 says, the borrower is a slave to the lender.
Wow, that's a powerful image. So debt holds us back.
It can, yeah. Chuckie encourages us to be responsible with credit cards and loans and make a plan to pay off debt.
And maybe avoid getting into more debt in the first place.
Definitely. It's about living within our means and being content with what we have. Remember, contentment doesn't mean we can't have goals. It just means we're grateful for what we have now.
So we've talked about saving, budgeting, investing, and getting out of debt. It's a lot to take in.
It is, but remember, it's a journey, not a destination. We don't have to do everything perfectly all at once.
To start taking small steps.
Exactly. And remember, we're not alone on this journey. We can always rely on God's guidance and provision.
That's reassuring. So, any final thoughts from Chuckie's Corner before we wrap up?
Well, Chuckie reminds us that true wealth isn't just about money. It's about living a life of purpose and generosity. It's about using our resources to make a positive impact on the world.
That's a great reminder.
Yeah.
What legacy do we want to leave behind?
Exactly. It's not just about what we accumulate, but about how we use what we have to bless others.
That's a powerful way to think about it. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive with Chuckie's Corner. We hope you found these millionaire secrets from the Bible as inspiring as we did.
And remember, you can find more insights and resources at ChuckiesCorner.com. Until next time.
Take a breath, get ready to explore. Chuckie's deep dive kicks down the door where the truth collides and wisdom thrives. No surface living, we're going live. In the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into to the rhythm of Chuckie's deep dive. Back to surface, we're getting real. No plastic vibes, just the truth you feel. From the grind to the glory, the lessons we chase. Every dive is a battle won by grace. Faith meets the hustle, the scars meet the crown. Each layer we shed takes us further down. This is Chuckie's zone, where the real reside. No fear in the depths, just a fearless vibe. To the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked, then the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chuckie's deep dive. Mirror, reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. This ain't just talk, it's a call to rise. To find your purpose through searching eyes. The deeper the question, the stronger you'll be. In the depths of the dive you find clarity. Yo, this ain't a game, it's the life we live. Every word a truth, every beat we give. Chuckie's Corner's the launch, the dives where it's real. Breaking chains, building dreams, we seal the deal. To the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked, then the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chuckie's deep dive. Peel back the surface, we're getting real. No plastic vibes, just the truth you feel. From the grind to the glory, the lessons we chase. Every dive is a battle won by grace. A mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. Each dive's a mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. Each dive's a mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. This ain't just talk, it's a call to rise. To find your purpose through searching eyes. The deeper the question, the stronger you'll be. In the depths of the dive you find clarity. Yo, this ain't a game, it's the life we live. Every word a truth, every beat we give. Chuckie's Corner's the launch, the dives where it's real. Breaking chains, building dreams, we seal the deal. Dive deeper, feel the current shift. Every truth revealed is a timeless gift. Chuckie's deep dive, where you'll thrive. Uncover your purpose, let the vision drive.